Hey guys, today we are exploring NICOLAS99 basic defense traits. When I talk about the basics, I mean his foundation to a good defense and the way he defends better. So right away let's jump into the video. I used this match to show you first that everyone concedes, including NICOLAS99, who has the best defending style on the game currently. Here he was playing Fnatic Tex, one of the best attackers on the game. They were playing Champions League qualifiers, and this one is the first leg, second half, and NICOLAS is losing. Let's begin from here. So here Tex passes to his striker and NICOLAS dispossess him. Pros like him uses a lot of speed jockey as their way of defending. What makes NICOLAS99 a good FIFA defender? He's so good at defending one-on-one against any opponent. That's why it's hard for other pros to spam skilled moves against him. So let's see how he does it. First of all, it's his mentality. NICOLAS99 is okay to leave his opponent keep the ball however much as he like. He concentrates on keeping his defense shape and positioning his defenders. But he also apply pressure to the opponent. He oftenly uses the speed jockey when controlling his defenders. Like here, just look at the controller. His finger is always on the jockey button. He keeps on holding the sprint button, then releasing it. You know the speed jockey, it's sometimes easy for you to overcommit and drag away the defender. So NICOLAS uses the speed jockey, then releasing it, and use the normal jockey to stabilize his player in position. Then again he speed jockey to react to the opponent movements, or read his movements, or close up space. But the key is to stabilize him to avoid overcommitting. Then the defender positioning is something hard to beat him one-on-one. NICOLAS uses a lot of basic defending strategies, not like Tex, who is known to be so aggressive. So just take a good look at this exact clip. I will explain later the mistake you should avoid when positioning your defender. The first positioning style is to follow the ball direction. So just vision how he's following the ball's direction with his defenders. It's like he wants to position his defender in front of the opponent's ball holder. We are going to look at more clips explaining what we are talking about here. That mirroring style he's doing gives him the ability to always position his defender in the right position to block the pass while maintaining the press. Then the second positioning style is also basic. It's giving his opponent 1 or 2 yards when approaching the ball holder. So you as the viewer just act like you're the one defending using NICOLAS team, and vision like you have to give your opponent 1 to 2 yards. This is the basic of defending one-on-one, which we always encourage you to practice first. NICOLAS, he's a pro player, but he does this all the time. He always position his defender in front mirroring the ball, and he takes it without even pressing the tackle button and giving the opponent the yards. Here it's easy for him to maintain the defender's ground and avoid overcommitting. That's why it's hard to spam skilled moves against him. So the next clip comes. We talked about his speed jockey style most of the time, but this doesn't mean that he doesn't sprint. A pro player knows when to sprint. We always sprint to cover up space. This doesn't come naturally. You have to individually notice whether there's a big space and you sprint, or the space is not too big and jockey. No one will always teach you that. It have to become your habit. So here we first look at the jockey technique. Tex sprints down the line, and this forces NICOLAS to sprint and match Tex's moving speed. After catching up, he switches to his speed jockey technique, as he always mixes up with the normal jockey to stabilize his defender. And what I know he doesn't think about this, it's naturally to him because he always practice it. Then the defense positioning first, he's always mirroring the opponent's player whichever direction he's facing, but also keeping a close eye on the dangerous open passing lanes. When playing such opponent who does this, it seems like he reads everything, and you wonder how, but he does it by this technique. Then the second style is to give that 1 to 2 yards, and this gives you the extra vision to notice the opening spaces and close them immediately. And according to his mentality of leaving the opponent use the ball until he makes the mistake, this style suits his mentality very well, and it seems hard to break him down. It didn't take 2 or 3 days for NICOLAS99 to adapt and start using this defending style into his gameplay. It takes a lot. So that was the first leg, and Tex won the game 3-0. The second leg, Tex is in red, NICOLAS99 is in white kit. So in order for what we have talked about to work perfectly, you have to be able to switch players perfectly. What I mean by perfect, switching quick enough, at the right moment, and to the right player, which says you have to have mastered the right stick switching. Even if you mastered these techniques he uses, but when you can't switch effectively like a pro, your defense will improve a little bit. But not as a pro player who can defend each opponent tough like Tex. So the right mentality of not rushing to get the ball, the good technique of speed jockey and stabilizing your defender, the effective basic way to position your defender, in a way of mirroring the ball holder where he's facing, and giving that 1 to 2 yards to avoid over-committing and dragging defenders out of position. All these plus a combination of good player switching, makes Nicolas a good defender. These are just basic moreover. And the ability to switch players effectively and position them to close up the spaces and make his defense shape tight. In this way he can spot any dangerous pass and switch quickly to close it, or positioning his defender to be ready to press if the opponent passes. So explaining the examples, here Nicolas is already 4 goals leading Tex in the second leg. Tex passes to his player down the wing side, Nicolas immediately right stick switch to his full back and close up this pass, speed jockey as usual, and at the same time holding the second man press button to trigger his midfielder to press the ball holder. Tex is a good player, immediately notice it and turns away to pass to the middle area, but before even the pass reaches, Nicolas has already used the right stick switch and select his other midfielder to close up this space. He again switches to this midfielder and close this pass. But this is a mind game. Tex uses the Lacroquita pass to fool him and passes to his strikers. Nicolas uses the L1 switch and select his center back. He approached the opponent but always not committing, and mixing up the speed jockey and the normal. Tex immediately passes to his winger. Nicolas also switches to his fullback, but he realized Tex wants to continue attacking through the middle area, so he switches to his center back and approach. Then after he hold the normal jockey to slow down, here Nicolas is cutting these 2 passes, and also he's applying pressure but not over-committing. This pass unfortunately reached Tex's player even though it was blocked. Tex continues and passes to his striker. Nicolas also selects his center back and approach, not over-committing as usual, also holding second man press which dispossessed his opponent. So the last example, Nicolas is holding the sprint button to chase down his opponent on the wing because he's sprinting. After closing up, Tex decide to cut back and passes to his striker 09, Nicolas approach with his midfielder and as expected, the speed jockey and that 1 to 2 yards, Tex passes to his midfielder. After he passes back to 09, Nicolas was unable to see this pass because he was trying to close up this one, so this mistake leads to him dragging player out of position. As I told you, the ability to switch players quickly at the right time like this moment using the right stick switch. But if he used the L1, the game would have selected the center back, so he uses the right stick switch and select this defender, in order to close this pass, holding the speed jockey, also the second man press, but then also approaching the ball holder, not committing as the habit naturally. Tex tries to turn away from pressure. Nicolas switches to his player who's in the good position to tackle the ball, and he takes it without even pressing the tackle button. FIFA, it's good to find your defending style which naturally will fit your FIFA IQ, and you have to know that winning the game needs a good defense. But most importantly, attacking and scoring goals will be the #1 key to win more games. Nicolas is good at defending using his anticipation skills and the basic techniques of FIFA which makes him hard to break, but he's also good at scoring goals. So that's it guys for today.